What up, what up, what up, Mattlebees? We almost forgot to give you an intro, and we apologize that we have been not around so much the last couple weeks. You see those moving boxes right there? That's your hint as to why. But right now we're actually heading to brunch with someone named May. We talked to her, about her on here before. When we went to do that ghost tour, is that what you call it, a ghost tour? With Bailey for her birthday a few months ago. If you remember, the tour guide actually said she knew who we were. And then we started talking to her, and she actually invited us to the performance she was doing burlesque. And now we are about to head out to go do brunch with her. We just almost forgot to start the vlog. Here we go. What's it for?
It's for a free milkshake at Project Pollo.
Does it say that somewhere? Hey. And this Project Pollo, y'all, has a drive-through.
That's what I'm talking about.
Let's find out.
Let's go. Project Pollo, if you don't know, is trying to put Chick-fil-A out of business by 2030 with vegan chicken and vegan products. About to get a vegan milkshake. It's gonna look like probably that.
That is a salted pretzel milkshake, ma'am. Ours will not look like that.
Okay, it won't look exactly like that. Don't get into the technicalities.
Check this out. Oh, that freaking giant paper boba straw. Look at it.
Beautiful, right?
Wait, it looks incredible.
I know.
Okay, and also, guys, this is plant-based plastic. Just want to say, these are the woke vegans. Okay, try your milkshake.
Whoa, man.
I already showed them.
It looks crazy. I didn't get to look at it. That's good. I like it. I like it a lot. It's really creamy and smooth. And like, I'm getting a lot of oat forward, which is good. I mean, it's made with oat milk.
Forward. Madison doesn't really like oat milk. It's not very sweet.
I think it's sweet. Look at all the stuff in it.
But it's not like sweet.
Is that a good thing or bad
Or like
thing?
rich, maybe that's the word. I don't know. I never taste oat like you say.
That's straight up.
The different types of milk never, like, they don't bother me. They change the consistency, but I never taste them like that.
If it's coconut milk.
Yeah, I don't love it. I mean, that is, the whipped cream is coconut, but.
Oh.
And only in sometimes do I taste the coconut.
Would I get it again? Probably not.
Really?
One, I'm not really a milkshake person. You know, every now and then I'll partake, especially if there's a coupon involved, you know what I'm saying?
Madison will eat anything if it's free.
And then two, when people put oat milk and stuff, it's like all I can taste. It's like chai and oat. It reminds me if I would just make a bowl of oatmeal like I used to do, or like I like to do sometimes for breakfast, and just dumped like whatever it is on top of it. And it's like, that's not what I want to do. I want to have my oatmeal and then I want to have my milkshake. And I feel like when you put a milk like almond milk or flaxseed milk, it's like, it makes it much more neutral. That was a taste test. It's good though. It is a brand new day. Yesterday, after we got back from Vegan Avenue, which I'm gonna pause right here because Vegan Avenue is just absolutely incredible. If you live in San Antonio and still haven't been here, I mean, what are you even doing? Brunch with May was incredible, and then we got home. It was raining, which, you know, as dry as it's been in Texas, we are thankful for around here. But we actually started watching a little bit of Netflix, and there's this show that's like, I think #1 in Netflix right now. It's called Echoes, and it was really good. It's a show about these twins, and they start like impersonating one another and end up like screwing with a bunch of people. It's pretty cringy, but I think you all will like it if you feel like testing it out. Now we're off to all of our other tasks that we have to do today. There's a new refill shop in town, so you know we gotta go see what's popping. We're gonna grab some of our jars and bags and what have you and roll on down there and see what they got going on.
We just got here, and actually there's like a whole ass what do you call that?
Food truck park.
Food truck park. It's right there, and it's so cute, and we're gonna go. This is triggering my social anxiety a lot.
We can do it. I'll be here to bridge the gap.
That's good. Green juice. Today's the first day of my period. Not the most fun day to be productive, which we have been a little bit, and we've not been great vloggers today. Actually, we didn't do much when we got home from the store, did we?
We quite most certainly did not.
I got my like to-do list in order for the week. But that was like right before we went upstairs.
I got the budget done.
Oh, the budget. We did the budget for the week, yeah.
Yes,
Anything else? We talked about going to the hardware store. We went through and decided what we need from the hardware store.
I went and got you dinner because you weren't feeling well.
Yeah.
That took some time.
Okay, and then we also had our handyman come over. He like walked through everything that we need to get done. So we were kind of like coordinating that, but I guess that's it.
That takes a lot of effort because I haven't even been watching TV today. And I know I wasn't scrolling on TikTok that much in the afternoon. So I think I've been just doing stuff today.
Yeah, but obviously stuff that we weren't vlogging because we're not great. Anyway, point being, I don't want to sound like a broken record for you guys, but obviously if we didn't make these vlogs every weekend, I honestly not talk about us moving until we were moved in. Like I just wouldn't, because we make these vlogs on the vlog channel. That's unavoidable. Like,
true.
And also we skipped a couple weeks of vlogging. I personally, a lot of it for me was because of that reason. We are pretty much officially closing on a house. I just want to take some time to like not have that be, I don't know, I've talked about this a million times. Why else did we take a break? We haven't really talked about that at all yet.
Honestly, life is just super overwhelming. There's just so much going on externally in the world with like diseases and like inflation and...
I'm going to get my polio booster tomorrow.
Like we've just seen unprecedented things happen like left and right, and it's just a lot to mentally deal with on top of the exhaustion we have with trying to deal with work and balancing work and everything else in life, and it's just a lot. So we've been pretty mentally exhausted.
And I think you guys know that the vlog channel is very much like a fun project for us. And so sometimes when things are just too overwhelming, it's the first thing that goes because it's the thing that frees up the most like mental space for us.
Yeah.
Not to say that we don't love the vlog channel because we do, but
we definitely do.
Sometimes you just want to sit around, and that's not, can't really make a vlog out of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So and we've been sitting around, guys. We've literally just been chilling, just trying to like keep it all together.
And Madison described it earlier today as the calm before the storm because shit is about to get crazy.
Yeah.
All that to say, we are through the auction period on the house and we got the appraisal back. Everything's good there. So as far as we know, we will be moving
very, very soon.
Yeah,
About
in a month or so. And then depending on what it takes us to get this house ready for us to move out, then that. So basically what's happening is, and here, I've talked about this before too, but when I put up the basket wall, Madison did not want me to put holes in the wall, so she did not want me to use nails, so I used command strip. The awkward part of that is that did a lot more damage than like the tiny nail holes would have been. Basically every time one of those command strips fell off of the wall, it did that. It basically, like that one is lucky it didn't have one, but yeah, it did this. So then I ended up putting nails in the wall too so that I wasn't creating more of those little things. But obviously before we move out, that's gotta be fixed. And then also these planters up here, these were very conscious decisions to put holes in the wall, but it just needs to be fixed. And when we had our handyman come out today, we did not think he was gonna have availability so soon, but he said he can get somebody out here tomorrow. So that's why we gotta get all this stuff taken down right now. Don't mind that I don't have pants on, okay? It's the first day of my period. You're not gonna see my ass. This shirt is like a dress. It's fine. You see this? I'm so frustrated by that because that's like command strip's whole thing is like, it won't mess up your paint. And then it's like, okay. I also would love your feedback on, well, you haven't seen the new house yet, so I guess not really, you can't really tell me too much about it, but my theme in this house, I realized this the other day, I was like, what was my theme for this house? What's our design style, whatever? And I realized there's not one. Like I picked a color scheme, but really it's just gray because our walls were gray. God. Babe, don't do that. Oh, let me do it, let me do it.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. Good job.
Anyway, so my point is, I was thinking about it the other day and I was like, this house didn't really have any sort of style choices, design choices. It's basically just a house that says someone who lives here loves plants, which is fine, and I'm keeping all of my plants. They're not going anywhere. I would like to pick a design style for the next house. And one of the things I've been thinking a lot about lately, there's just been a lot of conversation on TikTok, YouTube, and just in general about how color is like disappearing from the world. I definitely have been part of that because I think that having like minimal stuff on the walls, minimal, not necessarily color, but just like minimal things that can be seen as distracting has helped with my anxiety. But I'm really trying to be different going into this new house, of thinking of making our space unique and enjoyable rather than boring and bland. And also this is like our forever home. So a lot of the reasons too why I didn't do some of the things I want to do in this house, like I really wanted a hanging chair in this house and I didn't get one. Skylights.
Skylights, we're getting skylights.
Not a lot, to be
Subway
honest.
tiles?
I definitely wanted subway tiles at one point.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm just thinking about not necessarily decor, because for whatever reason in my head decor is like wall hangings, I don't know, trinkets and like vases and like shit you get at Home Goods, but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about paint colors, textures, wallpapers, light fixtures, like design. So let me know what you think. I don't know, I've never done this before. These are probably the ones we're pulling off now, are probably the ones that have been here for 3 years though. And they lost all their stickiness at this point. Oh, okay. She's just going for it.
Not bad.
Gentle, babe, gentle. Hey,
Yeah.
did we not create any more?
Yeah, we didn't.
Nice.
The old ones.
Okay, but y'all see this? Like, this is ridiculous. So there's these, like I said, it's all up in the bathroom. And then whenever I attempted to hang up some garland for Christmas, this giant piece of it came off. Can you see that? And I never told Madison because I was like, she's gonna fucking kill me. And then I was like, I have to tell you, there's one other place we need to fix. And she's like, oh, I've seen it. Okay, Wally Bros coming down. Mom, I help by looking very cute. Look at me.
We've gotten all the plants and baskets down from that wall back there. Look at this. I'm honestly so glad that Shelby had those plants there, as much as I fought her on them, because it looks really naked in that area between the two windows now. And then when you look at the wall, it's so crazy. I was always anti like a very big jungle, but I will say that I grew to have an appreciation for the very small jungle that she created by having all the plants in the living room, because one, makes the air a little bit better to breathe in here, of course, and two, really is like, I mean, the millennial, Gen Z, whatever you want to call it, form of decoration. Even if you're not super into like any kind of style or anything, everybody can get down with plants. That was always nice to have the plants there, but we'll have to figure out where to put them because they used to live on the wall, so I don't really know what the next steps for them are, but I'm like, Shelby just might have to turn her actual office into a jungle. Look at Tippy, he's like, whoa. What do you think? All
Tell
right.
me why he's been upset with you. Why he's running away from you.
The other day, I was just messing around in the house like I always
Don't
do.
be lying.
I'm not lying. Shelby was talking on the phone to her cousin and
She did on purpose.
no. And I was walking around the house and Tippy was like next to Shelby's feet and I was walking behind them and just popped an umbrella because I had been walking around popping it previously. And dude, he took off. I felt so bad because I was like, I wasn't trying to scare him, but Tippy has been scared like since then. By like, I was singing to him earlier and he was scared. He is literally the definition of a scaredy cat. Hopefully he bounces back from that
Over.
We're currently preparing for the bathroom to be repainted. So we're taking everything out of the walls, all the cactuses and plants out of here, so that we can get these holes patched.
You guys, this is so crazy that this is, I feel like it's happening fast, but not fast because we actually do have time to prepare everything. I don't know. We just have to get this house ready for us to move out, you know, which is very bittersweet. And I'm sure we'll talk a lot more about this throughout the moving process. This is the very beginning stages.
We're back with an update on how the house went. Guys, these people have been in our house like for the past 8 hours and they actually just left. But they accomplished so much today. Like, it's absolutely incredible. The like main contractor guy was telling me, I don't know how much they're going to be able to get to today, but we'll get to what we can. And then I look around and I'm like, okay, that's getting done and that's getting done. And I mean, it looks like a whole different room down here. So
It doesn't look that different.
this, they completely painted. Apparently, well, they painted this up here too, as you can see.
Apparently we didn't know this, but this wall and that strip up there was actually the whole time an accent wall. Like, I would look at it sometimes and be like, is that wall darker? Like, I questioned it a few times, but because there are windows on every side of this room, you never get all the like what do you call it, walls with the same amount of lighting, so you could never tell.
Today when they went to paint it, the guy came down here and he was like, do you have this color paint that's on this wall? And I was like, yeah, it's what you've been using to paint everything else. And he's like, no, actually, the paint is a little bit darker. And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? And I look, and sure enough, I'm like, dude, he notices so many little things. Like, I had no idea living here for 3 years that the paint was different. And he looked at it for like 10 seconds. He's like, yeah, that's different. Do you have the paint? And I was like, no. So he took the paint and straight up was like, okay, well, since you don't have the paint, I have enough paint from like other stuff that I've been painting in the house. He's like, do you care about this accent wall? And I was like, didn't even know it was one. Go ahead and use that paint to paint all of this.
So I don't know if you can tell. You guys probably can't, but this wall is now like pretty much like a few shades lighter and matches the rest of the room.
Yeah, which I think it looks really good,
yeah.
honestly.
They patched up all those holes, all the ones all around the house. They put a new light in our upstairs closet. What are those called, babe?
There's like two
fluorescent
lights. Yeah, two
fluorescent lights. They're hazardous, actually. Like, they're not great to have. So we're like, let's fix that. And then come show them what else. It's all very little things, you guys. But luckily, because we lived here, we knew all the little things. Yes. So no one else has to deal with it.
Exactly. So one of the things we got them to fix that was really annoying was the floor. It used to like be too short at the end and it would leave gaps between the panels, but
just
they
on this
put this nice trim like at the bottom of the bases here, and it allows them to like put nails into there, and like basically it connects now. Where there was once gaps, it is now closed. So like all this little area used to shift and now it doesn't. Moving on, this was messed up, which they patched.
I showed you the paint that was messed up there, and we took the mirror off so they could fix the hole that was there from the mirror.
Beautiful. The toilet was always a little crooked, and they went in there and fixed it all up like that easy. This door used to make a really loud noise when you opened it.
Like it would pop. Oh yeah, silence.
It pops no longer. Our dryer has always been a little questionable. I know I did it myself, but they got a dryer hose, fixed that up, and now that's good too. And then in Shelby's office, running over here, we took all her stuff down that she had on her wall, and now it is a clean slate. Clean slate. It's crazy. It's crazy to see the house like this, and crazy to see things start to look naked.
But one more thing on the list that we need to get done before we end the vlog is, babe, what are we doing?
Giving me a haircut.
Madison wants a haircut. And she does have a hair lady now, but for some reason she does not want that lady to cut her hair. She has asked me to do it. Look at Val! Oh my goodness! Stop. So cute, Miss Val.
A couple weeks ago, I actually went and cleaned out a lot of stuff in the backyard, and that was one of the areas down there that I cleaned, and now she likes to chill there ever since.
Yep. Okay. Upstairs. You guys want to update on the closet?
The closet.
New light. Our big thing that was here, we got rid of that and replaced it with how it was when we moved in.
It's looking very nice, very nice. We also got them to repaint this bathroom for us because it just needed a little touch up.
That was the biggest thing.
Spots. Yeah. That's where it all started. We were like, okay, can you do the bathroom? And they installed a towel rack here too. So we used to have little spinning nubs. But, I mean, I can't believe they did everything they did today. So fast and so efficient.
Wow. I'm gonna do like my hairstylist do.
Oh, why do they do that to you?
They feel like this.
Why?
I don't know. What are we doing exactly?
We're gonna cut it to where it's like, probably like this short.
Are you being serious?
Yeah. So that I don't have to like, so that it's not like on my back all the time.
We're cutting your hair at like the wrong time of year, by the way. Like, what do you normally do that short of a cut before the summer? Not at the end of the summer?
I just do it when I'm annoyed. It's ready to go.
Okay, so that's the final answer. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
How about you cut the first one, and then the first couple, I'll go from there.
First couple. Well, also, like, we gotta be really careful that, like, it can go in the ponytail. Because if you cut it wrong...
Then you should put it in the ponytail before we cut it.
Okay. not mess this up. We don't get to necessarily go back.
Okay, so now I can cut it as short as I can just to keep it in the ponytail.
Yep.
That's the goal. Okay, so we're trying to think about what we can talk about with you guys while we do this, because we're going to be here for a minute. And Madison said she wants to talk about her hair, but I was thinking that something you guys might not know about us is that we have very different like attachment styles, or just like
oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's relevant because we're moving. But so one of us, let's see if you guys can guess in the comments. One of us is very much attached to where they live. One of us, when they go back to their first apartment, cries when they drive past it. Oh.
Those the first two? You think that's chill?
That's what you told me to do, is it not?
This thing looks like a freaking, like a, what is it called? When they take them from the earth? A core sample.
Show them the inside of it.
Whoa, man. I could have like little antennas.
Look at me. I look like a roach.
Okay, sorry. Back to the topic at hand.
Well, I was just saying that we have very different attachment styles. So, yeah, one of us is very attached. Like I said, cries when they drive past their first apartment. When we moved out of our last apartment before we moved in here, like, if you guys followed us back then, like, obviously moving into this house was a huge step up in terms of living conditions. But one of us still, like, cried for, what, like 2 weeks before we moved. And, like, I don't know, it was weird. That person's me. Yes. And then the other one of us thinks that that's all very weird and like just...
I don't think it's weird. I just express myself differently.
You literally make fun of me. Don't be lying. You literally make fun of me.
In a playful, like, your feelings are valid, but like also why are you crying?
She makes fun of me.
I do.
And you tell them about your attachment style.
My attachment style is I'm not really attached to anything, anyone, any place, because growing up I was always displaced. Like growing up, I was so used to switching like houses or apartments and getting new friends and going to new schools. Like I was never really stuck focusing on being attached to a place because I'm always like, where's the next place? And I actually am really excited to move because I'm hoping, like, this is supposed to be our house we're in for quite some time.
We're calling it the forever home, but in reality, it's like, maybe not forever, but like for sure for the next 20 years.
Yeah, so. Yeah, for sure. So I'm really hoping to like develop an attachment. And then I was also telling Shelby this will be the longest time I've ever lived in a place. Like, I think the longest time I've ever lived in a place is probably like, that I can remember. It's probably like 3 or 4 years, and then it's on to the next one, whether it was like moving for college or growing up, so.
So does that make this house the place you've lived the longest? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that the next place, the Austin home will be.
But where did you, the house that you've lived in longer than this house was like your house before your parents got divorced?
Probably, yeah, before my parents got divorced, so.
Well, there's that.
Dude, I feel like we're already halfway done. Shelby thought this was gonna take a minute.
It is taking a minute, long enough to have a discussion.
How do I look?
Can y'all see? Okay, it's kind of blending in with her shirt. Oh, back up a little bit. There's a ray of light. Oh, no, wait. The ray of light's right there. Okay.
Should we leave it like this, just half and half?
No, God, what?
No?
No.
Okay.
So, I have a completely opposite childhood. I literally lived in the same place my whole life. Mm-hmm. And like the place where my parents live now is where I lived growing up. So like I still have a home that's like my home where I like grew up. Mm-hmm. And so obviously living anywhere else feels like, I don't know, like in my head, that new place is my home. But like obviously there's always an intention to leave.
Yeah.
At least there has been, you know, through college, you move so often. And this house we moved in knowing we would leave. Mm-hmm. And I can only imagine I'm going to get emotional. I love this house. I always say if we could just move this house to Austin, we would keep it. So I am pretty upset to leave this house. But I am also, excited because This next house will also be the longest house I've lived in other than my parents. I mean, this is the longest house I've ever lived in longer than my parents, for sure.
Wow.
So, and I was telling Madison the other day, like, it feels really weird because we didn't have, like, a dream wedding. Like, we just never, apparently lesbians don't really have that. So if you don't have a dream wedding, chances are you could be a lesbian. I'm just kidding. But no, we really didn't. And so, you know, a lot of people, like, their wedding day feels like that. Like, I've been dreaming of this for so long.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that really is, like, tangible like that to me is this house. We've been talking about moving back to Austin and buying a house in Austin for
3 years.
Or longer than that.
Yeah,
really.
Probably closer to 5, honestly.
It feels kind of crazy that it's actually happening.
It's happening. I'm also like about to be. This is like more than half of my hair. So I'm just looking at it stack up over there, and I'm like, it looks like a.
You asked for that. What do you mean?
It looks like a pile of like firewood over there.
Don't be like me and regret cutting your hair.
I'm not. Every so often we cut it. It's good for maintenance.
This is what we're dealing with as Madison is looking to the side and questioning. This is what we're looking like from the back. Oh yeah.
Looking good, looking good. I guess I'll weigh myself before and after. I wanted to weigh myself before and after and see like how much weight I'm actually. I can already feel like my head was like back more because my hair was pulling my like head and my neck down, and my head is like slowly like going forward because there's like less weight on it. I swear.
You guys do like Madison with shorter hair or longer hair? You guys haven't seen her with hair this short before ever, I don't think. This is really short. This is like, only your hair has been this short when we first got together. I don't think I've...
Really?
Yeah. This is really short.
I feel like we cut it short in Austin and it was short.
I feel like it wasn't this short.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, what do you guys like better? I prefer it longer, but she makes me cut it. What torture. But, you know, it's a lot of hair. I get it. I can only imagine that this is a heavy thing to carry around.
Most deaf.
All right, this is the last one. Woohoo!
Wow. Oh, I feel like a new person. Okay, so something that I wanted to do. Let's take my before and after weight. Let's do it. I think it's gonna be a big difference.
Did you do it before weight?
Well, I'm gonna hold them like up here.
It doesn't weigh that much, babe.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Got them all.
Do you think it matters where they are? What do you
Yes,
think?
it does. It's a science.
Right. Says someone with a bachelor's of science.
Okay. 161.6. 0.6? That's all it weighs. 0.6.
I told you it wasn't that much weight.
I'm trying to get an accurate measurement.
You already did.
Oh my god, 12 pounds.
Stupid.
It is so crazy processing this. This is all my hair. It was on my head for like 4 or 5 years, and now it is in my hands. So that's wild. But thank you all for hanging out with us this week. We're glad to be back. We'll try and stay on top of the vlogs, but we have a lot going on. So stick with us, and we will catch you later, Madalbees.
Throw the hair. Throw the hair. Oh, God.